point in time, at least I've been able to write something about my own people, not because of any other thing other than the fact that, it's a small group, and a group as small as that, if you don't talk about it, there's that tendency for a lot of things to be lost. Just as I mentioned during my lunch, much of our history has been forgotten and to some extent distorted. You could remember she too mentioned, the belief people have about what sort of people we are. Some see us as houses, some see us as part of the Akus, and the rest. So, but when you document and document effectively, it promotes a lot of peaceful coexistence, one understanding of which one another. If you are living with other groups, the more they understand you, the more there is a tendency for you to bind and have respect for one another. So this documentation is one aspect in which we express our lineage. We tell people about our past and promote it so that those within will appreciate, likewise those outside us.
Writer Ramatulai Othman there after a meeting with the Vice President. The Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service and Minister for Presidential Affairs, Dr. Njogoba, Thursday took delivery of a check for over 740,000 US dollars. The funds represent half of the island nation's contribution towards the ferry and navigation project, which is to procure new engines and 3 ferries. Louis Mendy has the rest of the check presentation.
Dr. Njoguba, who received the check for over 700,000 US dollar on behalf of the government of the Gambia, thanked the Taiwanese government through Ambassador Cheng for its continuous support towards the Gambia's development endeavors. He described the donation as a demonstration of the excellent cordial relationship that exists between the two countries.
Because we've seen that wherever we want, whatever we want, whatever we need, whatever our concerns are, Taiwan is always there for us, and we appreciate it very much. And what can we do in return is just to assure you that under His Excellency's leadership, we will always be there for you. We will always stand by your side.
Dr. Ba acknowledged the friendship that exists between the Gambia and Taiwan under the dynamic leadership of President Jammeh. The Secretary General and Head of Civil Service further reminded Ambassador Cheng of the Gambia's resolve to pass a resolution at the National Assembly to support the efforts of the government and the people of the Republic of China on Taiwan for a peaceful resolution of the dispute over the islands in the East China Sea. He assured the ambassador the Gambia government's continuous collaboration and support for the interests of the two countries. Dr. Ba also called on the people of the Gambia to exercise patience for the arrival of the new engines, which according to him would be in the country in a couple of months to come. In a brief remark, Ambassador Samuel Chen described the Gambia as a very close development partner of Taiwan. He expressed happiness for his government's contribution to the security of the people of the Gambia relating to ferry transportation, adding it is crucial for socio-economic advancement of the Gambia.
And the total amount of the project is 1.5 million US dollars. So this is about half of the total amount.
Receiving the check on behalf of the Managing Director of Gambia Post Authority, Mr. Tamsir Sala, the Director of Finance at Post Authority, thanked the Taiwanese embassy through the government of the Gambia for what he called a laudable gesture, saying the fund will go a long way towards supporting the efforts of GPA in its drive to providing efficient service delivery for the citizenry. He assured the donors of the proper utilization of the funds.
Once again, on behalf of the Board of Directors, the Managing Director, through the Secretary General, we thank you very much.
This latest intervention by the government of Taiwan comes against the backdrop of renewed efforts at revitalizing the country's ferry services. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
National Assembly members have been outlining the development priorities of their respective constituencies as they draw the curtain on the 2012 adjournment debate. Louis Mendy reports lawmakers also took turns to applaud the benevolence of the head of state to the citizenry as well as his interventions in the various spheres of national development.
Lawmakers Wednesday outlined their constituency priority areas of development at the final adjournment debate for the 2012 calendar year. The lawmaking body at this meeting also debated on delicate areas which unfortunately fell outside the national budget they think government needs to prioritize for the prosperity of Gambians. Some NAMs argue the 2013 national budget is a responsive one but fails to cater for the 42-kilometer Basse Fatoto Road, Wuli East, Sandugu and others in provincial Gambia.
So I am appealing to the authority to consider Basse Fatoto also as part of the Gambia. We are part of the Gambia, of course.
The absence of pipe-borne water in some rural settings, including Kaur in CRR, was also raised. The Wuli East Health Center, currently with only one nurse attendant, was mentioned. In Jimara, it is the alarming cases of robbery. The district NAM is pleading for government intervention, but he is not alone. Other NAMs have issues derailing the progress of their constituencies.
Can we focus our attention onto the pharmaceutical companies that are operating within the country so that you could have a unified drug system or drug pricing?
People are cutting down trees indiscriminately, and which is not a good sign for the nation. And in order to preserve our forests, there should be afforestation.
The majority leader is concerned about the Rent Act. The act, he said, has been continuously flouted by sitting landlords in recent years. Tenants should be treated in accordance with the Rent Act, something he said this body will soon pursue to the letter. On the issue of the closure of some media houses in the Gambia, the majority leader said free and responsible press is an essential ingredient for good governance and democracy, but that which the government will never compromise is national peace and stability.
If we don't cherish this peace until it slips through our hands, may God forbid, generations yet unborn will curse us. The one member, I think the member for Basse said, development should go above political divide.
For the revitalization of sports in the country, credit was given to Honorable Aliu Jame, the man at the helm of that sector.
I thank the Minister of Youth and Sports for doing everything humanly possible to revive all sporting discipline, particularly football. He taught the length and breadth of this country, together with his technical team, to sensitize people about the Normalization Committee and the Constitution.
Some NAMs call on government to scrutinize second-hand goods coming into the country, as some of them are not fit for use. For others, government should prioritize on research and investment for increased agricultural production and productivity. The skyrocketing prices of local consumables, pensioners and farmers' welfare, particularly the groundnut growers, also attracted debate at the Legislative Assembly. The debate winds up with a congratulatory note to President Jammeh's personal benevolence to Gambians and his government's development intervention in all sectors of the country's economy. President Jammeh's support and special attention on women and youth was also hailed by Honorable Babu Gay. The nominated members said Gambian youth have affirmed their loyalty to President Jammeh and no cynic can poison their thoughts. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
Following the demise of Caliph General Serine Mantoussi of Tuvaon in the Republic of Senegal, which sad event occurred on the 9th of December 2012, His Excellency the President of the Republic, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh, dispatched a special envoy to Tuvaon to attend the funeral and convey condolences on his behalf, his family, government, and the people of the Gambia. A media release from State House reveals that the special envoy to Tuvaon was led by Honorable Usman Sanko, Minister of the Interior, accompanied by the Imam Ratib of Banjul, Imam Alhaji Cherno Maska, Imam Maudou Lamin Touré, President of the Supreme Islamic Council, Imam Sajah Fati, Imam of State House, WO2 Seni Kambra, Amir of State House Mosque. The delegation, according to the dispatch, was received by Serine Abdul Aziz C and family members amidst a large crowd. The release states that Serine Abdul Aziz C, on behalf of the family of the late Caliph General Serine Mansour C, expressed heartfelt gratitude gratitude for the benevolence and solidarity shown by His Excellency the President of the Republic during these difficult moments, acknowledging that this does not come as a surprise to him and the entire family of Khalif General Serine Mansour Sy,